I do a lot of talking about retirement, knowing your number and figuring out what it's going to take you every month to live and doing a budget. And this series has nothing to do with numbers, with money, with tangible items. This is part of my own journey, and I, as always, am inviting you to come along with me. This conversation is about what the heck are we going to do with ourselves in retirement? Who are we? What are we going to do? What? There is a million questions in my own head, and this is why I'm bringing you to it. I thought I was scared of retirement because of the lack of regular income, the health insurance questions. When I got down to the reality of it, after I crunched the numbers, after I looked at how long my money would last and how long, all the things a spreadsheet and an analysis can provide, once the facts were done, I was still hesitant. I am still hesitant. And the truth of it is, a lot of my day, a lot of my pattern of life, matter of fact, my entire pattern of life is anchored to this job, this crazy commute that I have, the location in the city that it's in relation to everything else I have to do. This job is the cornerstone, the foundation of my current existence, and has been for the past 7 or 8 years that I've been a full-time employee. Wonderful company, not dissing the company, but now that I'm considering what life would look like without it, it's disconcerting. Am I afraid of boredom? Am I afraid of becoming irrelevant? I'm afraid of sitting around and not knowing what to do with myself. Last week, I spent 10 days with my husband, and I chose to go into that as if I was retired. I wanted to silhouette a full week of not setting alarms, of not having a predetermined agenda of what I needed to get done on a daily basis. And that was difficult for me because I'm a list maker and a planner, but I muddled through. I had pre-produced everything I needed to produce for my side hustle so I could have that entire week without requirements on my time. And it was interesting. My body, obviously now it's just a week. So my body was still getting up at the regular time. And some mornings I could put myself back to sleep. And other mornings I had to get up and get started with whatever that meant. Because there is a pattern to life that we're going to have to break. So moving into a retirement season, this is my last job and it's in my rearview mirror. And now I've got my entire next chapter in front of me. You got to give yourself some adjustment time. When my husband retired last year, I told him, I said, take a year, reset. I don't care what you do. You don't have to do one thing that's productive. You do exactly nothing if that's what you want to do. I will give myself that same grace and mercy when it comes my time to join him in retirement. But I'm pretty sure my retirement first year will be different than his. He tells me constantly, you're not ready yet. You're not mentally there. I don't know what that means. I really don't. I cannot conceive of pre-retirement getting myself into this full groove where it's just a seamless transition because I can't lay everything down. I can't stop going into work. I can't stop driving this commute. I can't stop taking care of my mother and going, commuting back and forth to see my husband. I mean, there's things that I just can't stop doing. In retirement, can't fully be practiced until I get there. I give a lot of lip service to it. Live like you're retired on your off hours, and I am doing that on my off hours. But there's precious few of those. When I get home in the afternoons, if I'm coming up here to the cabin in those days, I have maybe an hour and a half from the time I get in the cabin to the time I need to be in bed so that I can get 6 hours sleep before I get up to start my day again, to rinse and repeat. It is, almost spilled this. It is not a lot of time to live like I'm retired. And then on weekends, we've done this for decades. Weekends, no, they're not kick back, have fun like they used to be when we were kids. Remember back when we were teenagers and the weekends, that was just phenomenal. It was like a mini vacation. No, when did they stop being mini vacations? They are get everything done you couldn't get done during the week. You would make the food, wash the clothes, clean the house, take care of the dogs, go to whatever, do whatever. But everything you can't get done in your work week, you throw it to the weekends. And the frustrating thing about that, especially in Houston, Texas, is that everybody does that. So traffic on the weekends is worse than the business day traffic because everybody's out trying to get done what they didn't get done during the business week. It is insane. I hear tell that when you no longer have to go to a full-time job, now this is mythical at this point because I've yet to experience, but did you know that there are hours at the grocery stores during the work week where there's hardly anybody there? You can shop without banging into everybody's carts. It's the mythical world of not having to go to work every Monday through Friday. I'm looking forward to experiencing and visiting that mythical world. But until that day, I have to keep figuring out how to ease myself into the transition. Because not only is it going to make retirement more enriched, but it helps me now knowing that this is the last job, that I'm enjoying pieces of my life, hours of my day that I had not previously done with intention and focus. I'm reigniting interest that I long since forgot about because I got so busy. Now, I never had kids. Bless y'all who did have children, male or female out there. When you raised them up, you had a lot of demands on your time that I didn't have. But nature and life hates a vacuum. And I got to tell you, as the single childless sister, there were a lot of assumptions of what Aunt Jenny was going to be doing and how she was going to be helping out. And that wasn't just with all the nieces and nephews when the mamas needed a break or birthday parties needed to be planned or other things needed to be done. That went into the aging parents. Now, a lot of us concurrently have older children and are taking care of our parents. We are what they're calling that sandwich generation. Danged if you do, danged if you don't. Caretaking to the left of me, caretaking to the right with me, stuck here in the middle with you. Name that song, go to the comments. But I have never shirked away from acts of love and not duty. So I continue doing what I need to do. But there is a season of life when all of that falls away. And for those of us who didn't have to go through an empty nest after the kids left home, you know, before they helicoptered and came back or boomeranged, whatever y'all call that, there is a season of life that we're all facing. And it probably needs another series of videos. Is not only does the job, the career fade away, and everything we tied to our identity with that we have to work through, we are now approaching the season of being orphans. Yes, at age 58, 60, 65, whatever age you are, when one, if you only had a single parent household, or both parents are no longer with us, technically we're orphans. But add that into the mix, and we got a lot of identity that we've got to reclaim, rediscover, and figure out how we want to live the rest of our life the best we can dadgum do it. All right, so I completely went off script with this particular video. This is Series 6, Video 1, all about who the heck are we when we no longer have a job. Y'all come along for this ride because I got a feeling you got a lot to say about it. So I'm Jenny. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I am in month 6 of doing a 7-month series about retirement. Go and binge the other videos, but join me at the end of this 7-day run for the YouTube Live. I'm working out the kinks in that, y'all. I had quite a few technical issues and learning curves up to this point, but practice makes perfect, so we're going to keep practicing it. All right, I will see y'all soon. Stop recording. All the things a spreadsheet and